During a family workshop, it's important to not just tell families a reading tip, but really show them a reading tip in action. There are many ways you can model a reading tip. You can model each step in the reading tip as you explain them or explain each of them, and then model the steps all together. You can model with a child volunteer or another adult, or as a think aloud. The important thing is that families can really picture themselves using the reading tip at home. Watch how this facilitator models the reading tip. I have another question. Note, the steps in the reading tip are: think about predictions. Help your child compare what they thought was going to happen to what did actually happen. Retell it. Talk more about what happened. Connect it to you. Help your child think of ways the story connects to their experience or other things they've read.
So now that you have all of your materials, we are ready to begin. So the most important thing that we want you to leave today with is always asking questions. Asking your child questions before, during, and after reading is an easy way to coach them to improve their reading. So today we will focus on asking questions after reading. So we will give you a strategy that will help readers understand the story a lot better. So to kick things off, we really need to define what asking open-ended questions mean. So an easy way to think about asking open-ended questions is that they are the opposite of a simple yes or no question. And these are types of questions that really lead to conversations or discussions. So let's take a look at these two questions that someone can ask a child. The first one, did you have fun at school today? The second one, what did you do at school today? So the first question, a child can ask yes or answer yes. The second question, the child can answer with something like, we played with our class pet Ruby and we counted to 100 really fast at the end of the day. I want you to think about which question really encourages your child to speak more. Which question really gives you information that can lead to some follow-up questions. Go ahead and take yourself off mute if you'd like to share. Yeah, exactly. The second question really gives you a lot more information. It really allows the student to really share more about their day and also allows you to ask some follow-up questions about the information that you may have heard. So we're going to go over some really simple open-ended questions that will help you have a discussion about reading with your child. All right. Oops. So this strategy really involves 3 important steps. So we are going to first practice asking questions about predictions. And these are types of questions that you will ask your child at the beginning of the story before reading. And even during reading, you can pause and you can have your child think about their predictions. The second one will be about practicing retelling what happened, either retelling what happened already in the story or at the end of the book, really being able to retell what happened with a really strong summary. And the third will be about asking open-ended questions that connect with the story. So this helps make that personal connection between what happened in a story and experiences within your child's own life. And so you might be thinking, why do we ask open-ended questions? And the answer really is for your child to really gain a deeper understanding of the text and what it's teaching us and how it relates to our own lives. So we're actually going to watch some families ask open-ended questions with their children.
I have another question, a family workshop video from Springboard Collaborative. Asking questions and talking about books with your child is a great way to help them develop as a reader. Open-ended questions, or questions that lead to a conversation instead of just a simple yes or no, can help your child really understand what they read. To ask an open-ended question, prompt your child to think about predictions or what they think might happen next. Think back and retell what actually happened in the story. And finally, connect what they read to what they know. Let's watch some of these open-ended questions in action.
Based on what you had just read, what do you think is going to happen next? I'm a little worried about this fishbowl breaking or something. What do you think?
Seems a little, from the text of the book, what I already had read,
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't listen much to.
What's happening on this page?
The cat is knocking down all the trash.
What does that remind you of?
The raccoon that knocked down our trash and ate it.
Yeah, it does. It reminds me of that too.
So what did you think that book was all about?
About a cat who made the house worse and worse and worse.
Yeah. Okay. What was your favorite part?
What my favorite part was when they said maybe Cookie will rest.
You want to know what part I really like? I like the part where he thought he was going to run away with the dog.
Did you notice how the father in the last clip didn't just ask a question, but also gave his own answer too? That's a great way to keep the conversation going. Remember, questions lead to conversations, and the conversations you have about what they read and how they read will help your child understand whatever they're reading. Plus, you get to know your child a little bit more too.
Okay, so let's take a moment and just pause. What did you notice about what the scholars' parents did? How did they ask open-ended questions? Yeah, they had their child actually retell what happened, right? They engaged in conversations. They asked questions that really led to deeper conversations. And so we really encourage you to do the same with your child. So we're going to take a look at a text and we're going to practice some questions, open-ended questions that you can ask that are related to predictions. And so some questions that you can ask are questions like, what did you think would happen? What actually happened in the story? And what do you think will happen next? So you can ask these open-ended questions before, during, or after reading. So let's take a glance at this text. It's called Antonio's Impossible Dream. And so this story is about Antonio, who is a young artist who dreams of painting a masterpiece, an impossible dream he calls friend. He is inspired by an unlikely person. Let's take a pause and take a look at the illustration of the front cover. What do you think that this story might be about? Oh, interesting. You think it might be about a boy named Antonio? Ooh, what makes you think that? Oh, interesting. What do you think about his dream? Why do you think it might be an impossible dream? Interesting. What do you think will happen next? Okay. Wow, that's a really interesting thought. We're going to read a little bit, and I want you to think about if your predictions are what you think will actually happen. All right, let's read the first page. Antonio dreamed large, impossible dreams. What kind of dreams do you think Antonio dreams of? Interesting. Let's see. To capture them, he learned to paint. He filled canvases after canvases with his dreams. What do you think will happen next? What prediction do you think will happen next? Oh, you think he's going to become an artist. What makes you think that? Oh, interesting. You think he's going to meet a friend? Oh, what makes you think that? Oh, because at the beginning of the story, you heard that. Interesting. One dream, however, he could not paint, no matter how hard he tried. He called this dream Friend. Time after time, he tried to paint Friend. Time after time, he failed. I'm going to pause right there. Some of you thought that maybe he would meet a friend. Has your prediction changed at all? Oh, interesting. How has it changed? Oh, okay. So maybe you don't think it's an actual person, What makes you think that? Oh, because in the text it says he called the stream friend. That's a really good noticing. Interesting. What do you think will happen next? All right, we're going to just pause right there. I want you to keep those predictions right in your brain. All right, so those are some examples of some open-ended questions that you can ask. During reading, you can pause and ask them, your child, if their predictions are what they thought they were, and you can keep asking them what's going to happen next. That's really going to activate their thinking skills. The next type of question is really having your child retell what happened in the beginning. You can say something like, tell me more. What else happened? Why? How? Then in the middle of the story, you can say, what happened in the middle? Tell me more. What else happened? Why? How? And at the end, you can ask, tell me more. What else happened? Why and how? And if your child is having a really hard time retelling what happened in the story, have them use the text to actually physically go back and retell. It's not a memory test. And so we really encourage the child to actually go back to the pages in case they need to reference them to really retell what happened in the beginning of the story, the middle, and the end. And so finally, at the end of the story, once the story is done, we can ask open-ended questions that connect the story with the child. And so you can ask these types of questions that, your child is able to connect to. So these are a couple of offerings. The first question is, what was your favorite part of the story? Why was it your favorite part? The second one is, what did the story remind you of? How is it the same? How is it different? And the third type of question is, what do you already know about How does this connect to this story? And so we really want to ask these questions to connect our lives to the books that we're reading. All right. And here are some other questions that you can also ask your child. Can I get a volunteer to read out some of these questions? Thank you. Yeah, you can say something like, if this story kept going, what do you think would happen next? Why? What happened at the beginning, the middle, and the end? That's to retell the story. What did you think was going to happen? What actually happened? What was your favorite part? Why was that your favorite part? You can also share your favorite part of the story. You can also say something like, this reminds me of, what does it remind you of? Why? All right, so now it's going to be time for practice. So your child is going to take out a book that they are reading, and you're going to practice these open-ended questions.
Now it's your turn. What was effective about this model? Why was it effective? What do you know about the reading tip, I have another question, that you didn't know before? What nuance will you be sure to model in your workshop? Picture yourself as a family in a workshop. In addition to the steps in the reading tip, what else might you learn about coaching a child at home from this model?